welcome to the Coding Channel. Today is the 9th episode of our Python tutorial series for beginners. And in this episode, we are going to talk about how to build a number pattern programs in Python. These and more when we come back. Welcome back to the Coding Channel. Now, in today's episode, as you can see, we are going to create a pattern, number pattern program. Okay, but before the number, let's do the asterisk first. Okay, this type of program, I've decided to include this in our episode. It's because this one helps you to think. Okay, to maximize the use of the nested while loop, since our topic is still in the while loop. Now, if you know how to do this, so you can pause this video for a while, and then you start creating also your own version using while. Okay, and then later we will just compare our answer. But if you just want to have a knowledge first, so just join me as we solve this problem. Okay, so let's start. So we will start with the asterisk. Now, just try to analyze this one first. If you're going to display this one, okay, as you can see, how many rows do we have? So we have 5 rows. And then at the same time, we have a 5 column, no, maximum. Okay, so in our first example, in our first pattern, as the number of rows increases, okay, as you can see, the number of asterisk, okay, in each column also increases. Let's say we are on the first row, so we have 1 asterisk. For the second row, we have 2 asterisks. For the third and fourth and fifth, okay. So, well, let's start. Now, we're going to use the while loop. So, meaning we need to since there is a repetition for the number of rows, so we need to repeat it 5 times. So we will be needing one while loop for that. And then since we also need to repeat the number of columns every in every row, so meaning we need to have an inner while loop. So in other words, that's the nested while loop. Okay, so let's start. First is the initialization. So let's talk about the row. So how many, or if we're going to start with, for example, the initial value of row is 1. So we have while row, our goal is to iterate 5 times. So while row is less than or equal to 5, colon, and then we are going to what? To, let's say, for example, I'll just finish this while loop first. So take note that we have initialization, we have the condition, and we have the increment. So we have row plus row plus equals 1. Okay, so basically this is the syntax of our while. So by having this code now, so we will have a 5 iterations now. Okay, so inside of this, we will put another while for to iterate in our column. So, for example, we have a column is equal to 1. So we start from 1. And then another while. So this one is the inner while. And we're talking of call. Now, what do you think? What will be our condition now? Okay. As you can see again, for example, we are on the first iteration. So we will print 1 asterisk there. So meaning first row, okay, 1 column. Second row, 2 columns. So there is a relationship between rows and columns there. So we can say that while column is less than or equal to row, right? So what are we going to do? Okay, so we will now print the asterisk, right? So we will use the print and then the asterisk. Okay. And then For example, take we have the inner loop. So we have the initialization of inner loop, we have the condition, we have the statement, and then the increment. So we have call, for example, plus equals 1. Okay. So let's say, for example, we're not done yet. Okay, but I just wanna show you. Okay, the initial output of this code. So let's try to run. Okay. So what have you noticed? Having this code, okay, we all display the asterisk, one asterisk per line, as you can see. Okay, why? What happened? Okay, it's because unlike in other programming languages, like for example in Java, we also have a function there, or we call that method in Java. Okay, the print, that after printing asterisk, the for example in Java, okay, let's just compare it first. The insertion point or cursor stays on the current line. But in here in Python, if we use the print function of Python, after displaying by default, there is a new line already. So that is why every uh, every time we execute the print, it generates a new line. Okay. Now, is there a way for us to prevent that from happening? That instead of new line, so why not space? Because we need to print this one before we move to the next line. Okay. So the solution there is we need to have another parameter here. So aside from the asterisk, for example, we will modify the default end. Okay. Instead of a new line, so we will instruct the Python, for example, that okay, I want my end there, an empty space, just one space or white space, for example. So that's how we do it. Okay, you can just put there, for example, okay, space. Okay, now let's try to run again. Okay, if we're going to run, as you can see, what happened? The asterisks now are all in one line. Okay, it's because yeah, we modify, right? So by using print now, okay, instead of new line, so we have a space. So that's why it's all in one line. Okay, so what are we going to do if we want to have generate this pattern? Okay, we are lacking another output statement. Take note. If we are going to trace this one, okay, for example, if the value of call is 1, so 1 is less than or equal to row, okay, we print this, okay, so meaning after printing, if the condition, for example, if the value of call is 2 less than or equal to row, which is currently 1, so false, so that's the only time that Python will execute the increment of the outer while. So meaning before this, we will be needing another output statement here. Okay, we will print out the new line. Okay, by just using the print with an empty empty. Okay, so meaning because this one only generates a new line, so that before we go to the, for example, before we test again for the second time around, okay, so we already generated a new line. Okay, so let's try. Once we click the run button, there you go. So that's the first pattern now. Okay, okay, next. So let's try another. What about if we're going to print in numbers? So we have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me copy this and then let's try to uh, modify by what are, okay, which specific code are we going to modify? First, we still have, okay, we same pattern, but instead of asterisk, we have number. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so meaning if we're going to uh, use this one, so instead of asterisk, so we need to print 1, 1, 2. So uh, we will use the call. Okay, why? Because every, for example, in the first iteration, if the value of row is 1, so call is 1, right? So that's why we have 1. And then the second iteration, if the value of row is 2, so the call will iterate, okay, for 1 and 2. Okay, so let's try. Try to run. There you go. So you have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very easy, right? Okay. Next, what about this one? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. Let's try. Let's try to copy again this one. And then, so we now on the third pattern. Okay. So again, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 2. Okay, so meaning, first row we have 1. Second row we have 2. All 2. Third row we have 3. So instead of call, why not use row? Okay, so that every iteration, the value, for example, we are in the first row, so 1. Second row, so 2. And so since this one, call less than or equal to row, will iterate, okay, n times, depending on the current value of a row. Let's try to run. Okay. Wait. Try to run. Wait. Why? 1, 2, 2. Yeah. There you go. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. Okay. So I just changed instead of this one. Okay. Let me change this one here. The third pattern. Okay, row. Okay, but we still get the correct answer. Oh, there you go. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, and 5, 5, 5. Okay. Oh, the last pattern for this, the last number pattern. Okay, we have, okay, 5. So this time around, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. So we have, let me copy again this one. Let's try. 1, 2, 2, but this one. Okay, so why not? Let's start from 5. And then we will change the row while row is greater than or equal to 1. And then here, of course, we will change this to row is equal to row minus 1. What about the column? So if we're going to print the row here, so first iteration, print a row. So we have 5, right? And then next is for 4. So next iteration, okay, sorry, here. Next iteration, the row is equal to 4. So we have now 4, 4. Let's try. Okay. Run. Okay, so we have 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4. No, that's not the correct. Okay, because this one, since 5, so we will start from 5 here also. Oh, I'm sorry. This one is in pattern 3. Okay, pattern 4. We will start also in 5 and then call is greater than or equal to row and then call minus. Okay, let's try. Okay, there you go. 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Correct? Check. 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 Check and check. 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay, so that's how we solve this problem. If you have questions, clarifications, again, just comment down below. Let us start another example. So for pattern B, we have a, for example, we will let the user to enter a number of rows. And then we'll start. So this one, for example, if the user have entered the 5, so the result is like this. Okay, using asterisk. So let's start. Let's start an initialization for a row first. Let's start with 1 again. And then while row is less than or equal to what? This time to n. Okay. And then we'll have the increment row plus equals 1. Okay. Then inside since the, for example, if this rep entered 5, we will print 5 asterisk on the first row. So meaning the column depends on the value um, of the user input. So we can say that call equals n, and then we'll have a while loop. For example, call is greater than or equal to, so from, let's say, 5 4 3 2 1, something like that. So to row. Okay, since we've started 1 as the initial value of row, and then we will print now the asterisk. So we have asterisk, and then and equals, okay, space. Then after printing, okay, so we will have the uh, call minus equals 1. Okay, and the print here. Okay, let's start. Let's try. Okay, for example, 5. Okay, there you go. What about, for example, we have 7. Okay, 7. Okay, now let's try this next pattern, because this one is almost the same with this asterisk. Okay, the only difference is the instead of asterisk, so number. So let's try. Let me just copy this one, and then for pattern B3, for example, so this one is a B3. Okay, and okay, sorry, we have this one. Okay, so let's talk about a B3. 54321, 54322. So instead of asterisk, we will change this one to call. Okay, that's okay. Indentation. Wait, where is the indentation? Line 71. Okay, again, we have enter row, so 7. Okay, 7654321, 7654321, and then 7. Okay, or let's say again 5. The user have entered 5. Okay, so 54321, and then up to 5. Okay, that's it for the pattern B3. Okay, next, we copy this one again for our pattern B4. Okay, B4 this time. Okay, what's the difference of B4? This one, we have 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 3 3 3 3. We need to print a 1 1 1 first. Okay, if we're going to change this to row instead of call, okay, let's try to analyze. 1, so meaning, okay, 1 during the first in the first row, so we have 1, and then we'll repeat from column, okay, 5 to 1. Okay, oh yeah, that's correct. So we will just change the call to row. Okay, let's try to run. Let's say 5 again. Okay, so 1 1 1 2 2 2 3 2 3 4 4 4 and 5 5 5. Okay, let's say 8. 1 1 1 up to 8. Okay, correct? Yes. Okay, and the last one, we have 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4. Okay. Okay, so just to save time, let me just put this one here. Okay. Okay, for pattern B2, okay, this one 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, what I did here is that I just set the row to 0, and then I just changed the condition to while call is less than or equal to n minus row, and then I print the call. Okay, so for example, we have 5. So there we go, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 1 2, and then 1. Okay, so that's how we solve the this pattern. So what about if you were going to print this pattern? Now, as you can see, aside from the number of rows here, and then we have the columns, there is a space. So we need to print also the space. So for example, if we are on the first row, so there are four spaces, and then before we print the first asterisk. So there is a relationship now between space, the row, and column. So in other words, we will be needing another inner while. So this time around, we will have a total of one outer while and two um, nested or inner while. So let's start. So for example, we have a row. We will start from one. Okay, so um my way of solving this is that I will use this outer while to iterate, let's say 5 times. Okay, so it's the usual thing that okay, while row is less than, for example, is equal to 5. Okay, so uh, and then we will iterate that one plus equals 1. Okay, and then inside we need to have an inner while here for the space. So for example, we will start the space, the initial value is 5. So and then our while, if we start from a 5, so while a space is greater than row, right? Greater than the value of row. So it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, because 1 meaning false already. So because we need to print the asterisk after. So it's only greater than, not greater than or equal. And then we will print the space. So you just have to put here a white space and then comma, and then the usual we need to modify. Okay, you just have to put a space there, and the decrement for a space, so space minus equals 1. Okay, so that's it. And then another while for asterisk, if we want to print the asterisk. Okay, so for instance, we have, sorry, call is equal to 1, and then while call is less than or equal to what? Less than or equal to row, because for the second iteration, the value of row is 2. So it's like 1 to 2, so we need to print to asterisk, right? So we depend on the value of row. Okay, and then this time we need to print what? The asterisk. So we have asterisk there, and then the end again. And okay, that's it. Then we need to increment the value of call. So plus equals 1. And then before we go up for the second iteration, for example, in our row, so we need to print the new line. Okay, there you go. So that's how we do it. Let's try to compress our code. Okay, so that's it. Double check. Okay, let's try to run first. As far as to see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's it. Okay, for the second pattern, we have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So meaning the value, our output depends on the column. For example, first row, so we have one column. Okay. For the second row, we have two columns. Okay. So let me just again copy this one to save time. And then just have to put it here. Okay. This one is the pattern C2. We will comment this, the previous one. Okay. And then we are just going to to change the asterisk, instead of asterisk, we will use the call variable. Let's try to run. Okay, there you go. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you want to display 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, so we will just, okay, let me just make this as a comment. Okay. And then for example, if I copy it, sorry, I'm going to copy this one again for the pattern C3. Okay. Instead of call, we will just use row. Okay. We're going to run. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, and 5, 5, 5. So that's it. Okay, now for our next pattern, this one is almost the same with our pattern C. So let me just copy this one. Okay, and then we will just modify the row. So we will start from 5, for example, and then we just have to change the condition. This one is to 1, and then this one is minus. So if you're going to display this pattern, so you can see that's how we do it. Okay, you just have to change. We still have the space same, and then the column, so only the row. Okay, and then if you're going to also display this pattern and number pattern, so all we need to do is just to change the asterisk here. Instead of asterisk, we just have to use the call. Okay, so same, and then if you're going to run, so we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. And then if we're going to have this 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, so what do you think? So instead of call, we will be using here row. Okay, so for example, you're going to run, so 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, and 1. Okay, so that's it. I hope that we learned something from our pattern programs. And that's all for today. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And as always, show your love through comments and favorites. God bless and thank you for watching.